guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are tuning in for the first time, hello, my name is Kimi and it's so good to have you guys. I'm a Tanzanian-based YouTuber and a gadget enthusiast. I've done a couple of unboxings in this channel, and today, New Year and all, let's take it up a notch. New Year and all, it being March, so about that. Anyways, I have a very fun unboxing video to do with you guys. You read the title of the video, you know what this video is about, so I'm just gonna run real quick and do some very fun unboxing bits really quickly, because I know people have places to be and people to see. Well, not me. So without further ado, should we clear the table so that we go through one by one? What do you guys think? Clear the table or not? While you ponder on that, let's cue in the intro. Alrighty, so I've cleared out the workspace so that it's mostly, feels like a fresh thing. So I tried to switch off the AC, but I just couldn't do it. It got hot really quickly. So I guess there's any background noise, best assured I tried to eliminate to the best of my ability, but I just can't sacrifice, dehydration and fainting. And I'm filming alone, so nobody's gonna find my body until it's very late. Without any particular order, actually there is a particular order. I'm starting from the everything excites me, don't get me wrong, but I'm starting with the least excited. If I had to grade them, if I really had to grade them and there was a gun pointing to my head, this is how I would grade them. Like very excited to like extremely excited. Yeah, that's the one. So we have the AirPods Pro over here. I've had a pair. I got my first pair in 2019, I think, maybe 2020. Either 2020 or 2019 in June. I remember the month being June. And the reason why the month stood out, well, I was on the brink of being broke, but I really needed to upgrade something that can justify my music and my editing. And I'm a techie junkie and I just needed an excuse to purchase something. They worked miraculously. I loved them. I loved them with everything I had. Funniest thing is that they started dying on me with time. Okay, I did drop them one time, but that's not the case. So one started going like really wobbly and then it had a bit of static. So for the longest time, I'll just wear one and not wear the other, because if I wore them together, there was like a weird static between the two. I knew it was time for an upgrade, but I was waiting for them to release something new. I was thinking they're gonna come with either AirPods Pro Lite or AirPods Pro or AirPods Pro Max, something. But nothing came out when they announced it. They only came up with the AirPods 3, which I thought they were gonna be like an advancement to these ones, but they weren't. So I was just like, well, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Except mine were broken, so I got myself new ones over here, and this is how they look. Inside you have the typical AirPod sticker, yada, and then you have the AirPod case. This is the wireless charger one. It looks like so, and then inside they look like that. And then you have the box. Underneath it, you have the charging wire that looks like that. This is the USB-C to power cable, and then you have extra earbuds in case you need them. Next up, we have the iWatch. I know, I have another one here, so somebody will actually wonder why I upgraded. I'll tell you. I'm looking for reason to convince myself more than convince you. I have the Series 5. When Series 6 came up, there was nothing really out of the world that could convince me to upgrade it. I think by then they had just brought the oxygen something, or reading oxygen levels, which in my country is still not functional even with the Series 7. So there was no point, there was really no actual point for me to upgrade. It was still working, the battery levels were still good. I think that it's like at maybe 95 or 89, one of those battery levels, but it's still working so great. I never broke the screen, has a tiny scratch, but having this band protector has been very helpful. So when they announced this, the extra battery thing was very key for me, and then the larger screen was also something I was like, hey, why the hell not? And I didn't want to hold on to the Series 5 for much longer, to a point where I was not able to resell it. Because that's kind of how I do this. If there's a new gadget, I can always sell my old one before it fully depreciates. I hope that makes sense. You have the Apple Watch Series 7. This is a 45mm midnight blue. So in here you have the case, which you just pull over there. Then you have the instruction paper, you have the band in here that looks like that, and then you have the watch that looks like that. So we'll start with the band. This is how they look like. I went for the blue ones because the one I have over here is black, but I'll put a side-to-side comparison, and even the black doesn't seem so black right now. And then you also have taking it out, that, really glossy. So let's pair it up real quick. In terms of comparison, this is how it looks. The left one is the Series 7, the right one is the Series 5. The band size in comparison, one is black, which you can hardly tell because they look the same, at least on the screen to me. This is meant to be dark blue, this one, and then this one is meant to be black. But I don't know, through the wear and tear, they just look blue to me. And this is how they look. So I'm not gonna get into the technical aspect of it. This is just gonna be like a physical review and comparison if I still have the old gadget. Just give you my impression on the gadgets coming from an everyday consumer and a content creator. Alright, so let's move on to more fun stuff that make me excited over and over. And this is gonna be like my third or my fourth video unboxing an iPhone on this channel. I did the iPhone 11, I did the iPhone 12. If you guys are curious, I'll leave the iPhone 11 up on the screen, I'll leave the iPhone 12 up on the screen and down in the description box below for you guys to check it out. Finally here. So in here we have the iPhone 13 Pro Max. I have it, I'll let you guess. Yeah, you're right. If you guess Sierra Blue, you're definitely right. So I've been buying my phones in Tanzania for a while, and when I bought this one and they gave me this box, I was like, wait a minute, what's inside? So inside the box you have it. This is the color. It looks so freaking pretty. And then you take out the box, still very compact. You have the iPhone 13 Pro Max in all its glory. Look at that. And then when you open it, yeah, that's how it looks. The iPhone 13 Pro Max. I went with the 256 gigabytes, and this is in the color Sierra Blue. Time for the unboxing. Just there you have it. This is it. Let's do a quick comparison. This is what the Pacific Blue, this is the iPhone 12 Pro Max from last year, and then this year's iPhone 13 Pro Max. This is how they look side by side. Almost the same size, but this one is a bit taller if you ask me. On hand, the iPhone 13 just feels more boxy than this. This seems like it could fall off without a cover. This feels good without a cover. Not that I'm gonna do it, but it feels good. And then a more close up, you can see on the cameras. The iPhone 13 has, you can see the camera is a bit bigger. The only thing that I would actually mention worth buying the iPhone 13 Pro Max, if you're a content creator, it will make sense. The cinematic edition, the videography aspect is to die for. Otherwise, not that much of a difference. Unless you're coming from the iPhone 11, you'll notice the difference. But if you get some money to spend, it feels good. It feels really, really, really good. And I know that's not a reason enough to buy a new phone because it feels good, but it actually feels good. It looks good, and I'm not a fan of blue, but it's growing on me, and I like it. Anyways, in the box, you have the charging ports, same as the last model. So you have the USB-C, the usual iPhone cable, and then you just have the stickers in here. Nothing out of the box. In the case here, you have the earphones, like so. And that's on the iPhone. Moving on to actually my personal favorite part of this unboxing. I mean, I still get the high of unboxing an iPhone and the watch, but something that I've been really, really, really looking forward to is the iPad. So yeah, this really got me excited. Let's check the iPad, shall we? We have the iPad. My smile can tell it all. I have been really been looking forward to buying the iPad. I feel like it's the one thing that's missing in my productivity. I felt like my life is just gonna be streamlined. You know, I'm gonna automate a lot of things. More reason to convince myself to get an iPad, and I finally did. And it's the one that comes with the M1 chip, and my goodness, is it good. I went with the space gray one, and this is the 1 terabyte. I know, I went all in. My bank account not so happy, but me, I'm a happy trooper. So inside this is the first thing you see, and you can tell the color of the iPad from this. At least I was like, wait, what color did I get? So you have it like that. This is the iPad Pro 11-inch display, and then you have 1 terabyte storage, and this is in the space gray. This is freaking satisfying in all its glory, like so. The side, and in the box you have the sticker that looks like so. You have the charging brick, and then you have the USB-C charging port like so, and a charging brick. Initially, when I was getting the iPad, I thought, you know, I'm just gonna replace my MacBook. I did an unboxing of the MacBook Pro, the 16-inch, maybe 2 years ago. If you guys are curious, I'm still using it. It's right here. It's also part of my monitor. She has helped out well. And just for comparison's sake, this is the 11 Pro, and then the MacBook is the 16-inch. But going into this purchase, I thought I was gonna sell my 16-inch MacBook, but I'm thinking against it. Because as much as I hate that debate where people say you can use your iPad to replace your whole MacBook, I bought into that bias until I used it, and I'm like, nah man. A MacBook is a MacBook and an iPad is an iPad. I think they are separate entity, but some of their works can correlate, but not replace one another. Does that make sense? When you combine all the other accessories that are needed for the iPad, the weight adds up really, really quickly. Anyways, we have the magic mic. No, this is not the magic mic. This is not the magic mic. What is wrong with you? We have the magic keyboard over here. I also got it in space gray. And then inside it looks just like that. You pull this out. There's just some paperwork and nothing more. And then when you open it up, you have. Then this is where the magic happens. This bit over here attaches into this bit over here. You have it. Like that. And to close it, just like that. There are no cables necessary for this except the charging port, which is just for over here. You don't need to charge the keyboard. As long as your iPad has juice, your keyboard will always work. The keyboard, it looks like so. You have the tracking pad and the full keyboard over there. And then it has a magnetic situation happening. This is the iPad Pro 11-inch display with liquid retina display. The only difference between this and the 12.9-inch display is that this is a liquid retina and the other one is a liquid XDR display. To put it in a layman's language, at least from what I understood, because I saw them side to side, like an extreme black screen. You can see the difference. In this one it looks a bit bluish, while the other one has the blacks are true blacks and the whites are true whites. The difference is at least $300, which you're like, With that $300, I splurged into the Magic Keyboard and an Apple Pencil. This is a size comparison. This is the MacBook Pro 13-inch. It also has an M1 chip. And then this is the iPad Pro 11-inch. So that's the difference. And lastly, you have the Apple Pencil. That $300 that I had mentioned earlier on, if you choose to go with the 11-inch iPad instead of the 12.9 with the XDR display, because I don't know, you can actually splurge and get yourself the second generation Apple Pencil, which is compatible with the iPad, and give yourself a whole 360 experience. I don't know, because if I had to choose size or an extra gadget, I would always choose an extra gadget, at least this time, because the difference was really not that breathtaking. And that's it. And before we close up, I have a few other accessories that I would like to run through with you guys that actually help me in the part of production. And it goes without saying, most of these things, I use them in my day-to-day production activity for work, for content creation, and also I'm a gadget lover. So some girls like shoes, I also like shoes. And I also like gadgets, so yeah, that's a problem right there. But anyways, let's get into the accessory part of this video. So we have some accessories in here. First up on accessories is this, I wouldn't say screen protector per se, it's a screen cover for the iPad. This is the one from Pepper. Like every creator and their auntie and their grandmother swear by this. I've seen a few negative reviews, but there's always pros and cons to every product. But a lot of content creators have endorsed this product, and I was like, who am I to stay behind the line? So this says it's for creators and doers, write and draw with greater accuracy. But the important part is they say, bring a feel of paper to a paperless environment. Draw and write with confidence using your iPad and Apple. In here, so you have, they give you like a sketch with a welcome paper situation like that. That's what you peel it and then you can use it. Next up, you have a pen sleeve. Ideally, it's just supposed to give you an extra grip when you're writing. You have a blue one and a black one where you can actually put your pencils inside and just write like a normal pen. And then we have my watch had this 360 band that protects it. With my iWatch Series 7, I got this one, which is colorless. And then a black version looks like so. This is an all black one. It looks like so. It just covers up the watch, gives you protection, and then a colorless one would look like that if you want to maintain the watch aesthetic and whatnot. And then lastly, we have this. This is the iPad protector. It looks like so. Nothing fancy. You just have it like that. You take your iPad, put it in there. That way your iPad is protected, it's secured, and there is no extra weight added. There's also room to have your pencil inserted over here, over there, and then secured like that. And since the goal is just buy one phone, crossing fingers, knocking wood, I need to get myself a proper iPhone protector. So I have this one, the silicone ones that come with the Apple phones, right? It's black, so I didn't need any extras. I just needed something that would get the job done while maintaining an aesthetic. I'm not the most colorful person, I'm not the most colorful person. So having that sienna blue was great, but I knew it's gonna be too much on my face and I needed something that would make me feel at home. And black, when in doubt, always go black. So it's just like a black silicone cover and it looks magnificent with the phone. Let me show you. And it's easy to put in, the grab is great, so you just clip it in and there, just like that. You have it, it's easy on the go, it doesn't slide, it's not magnet prone. A black case for a black queen. That's all we have for today's video, folks. Thank you so much for joining in and tuning along to go with me through this whole unboxing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found an inspiration or two. It goes without saying, you really do not need this. As I said, I'm using it for content creation, but it took me a while to get here. So do not feel discouraged. You do not have to jump here real quick. Just invest and go with your own pace. Start creating. If you're an aspiring content creator, start creating with what you have. You do not have to have the best of the best in the industry to create content. A lot more content creators are creating with what they have, which is always their mobile phone, and cameras have come a long way. So I wish you guys a very productive week and a happy Sunday, because you guys will be watching this on a Sunday, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until the next unboxing, I'm gonna love and leave you. Bye!